The second option you have when importing into a SolidWorks 2D format is to embed the DXF or DWG directly into the SolidWorks environment. This option keeps the original file in its native format, so you can still use DraftSite to make any modifications if necessary. This is very similar to Microsoft Office's object linking and embedding functionality. If you have the link to original file option checked, then SolidWorks will maintain the link between the imported file with the original DWG file. If the option is left unchecked, then the link will be broken from the original file, but all of the data will be imported where you can still make changes using the DraftSite. But any changes you make will not be reflected in the original file, or vice versa. For this example, I'll leave the option checked to keep the link between them, and click Next. Here on this screen, there really aren't any options to adjust, but it does give you a preview of what the embedded file will look like. At the bottom, there's an option that says, Import the sheet as. All this is a name for the drawing sheet where the embedded file will be placed. I'll leave this as the default name for this example. Now at this point, I could click Finish, but I'll go ahead and click Next to see a few more document settings. Here on this screen, you can adjust the document units, paper size, change drawing template, or adjust the sheet scale. Notice if I change the sheet scale to 1:1, the preview updates immediately. I'll set this back to 2:1. In the Geometry Positioning section, I'll select Center in Sheet. At this point, I'll click Finish, and SolidWorks opens a new drawing file with the embedded DWG. Notice in the Property Manager, SolidWorks shows me the linked file that this embedded here in the window, along with the folder on my hard drive where it resides. Now, if for some reason the original file is ever moved and the link is broken, you can use this function to update the link to the new file location. If you want to make any modifications to the original DWG file, simply open the file in DraftSite. For the sake of making a simple change, I'll go ahead and delete a dimension. I'll save the file and close DraftSite. When you first come back into SolidWorks, you won't see the change right away. SolidWorks needs to refresh the screen. The easiest way to do this is by hitting the Update button, and you'll see it update. Now that we have this file embedded into SolidWorks, we can do things like adding additional sheets that can contain SolidWorks model views, annotations, and sketched geometry, something we'll go into later in the course.